On January 28, 2025, Sam Abdul Rahim was shot dead in front of his wife in the underground car park of the Quest Serviced Apartments building. He was feared, untouchable, and always one step ahead. A boxer with a criminal empire, Sam Abdul Rahim, known as the Punisher, survived multiple assassination attempts and even posted his bullet wounds online. But in the end, his luck ran out. How did a man who seemed invincible finally meet his fate? And what does his death mean for the criminal underworld? Stay with us, because this story only gets darker. Sam Abdul Rahim wasn't just another street thug. In the boxing ring, he was a champion, claiming 2 Australian titles. But outside the ropes, he was something much more dangerous. With his imposing presence and reputation, he didn't just enter a room, he controlled it. His name was whispered in the criminal underworld, and few dared to cross him. But Abdul Rahim wasn't just about muscle. He played the game strategically, aligning himself with powerful figures and making moves that put him at the top. And like any kingpin, his rise to power came with enemies who wouldn't stop until he was gone. While his boxing career brought him fame, it was his involvement in Melbourne's crime world that made him notorious. He wasn't just a player, he was a force. And his most dangerous move? Inserting himself into the highly lucrative illegal tobacco trade. For years, the underworld had fought over the multi-million-dollar tobacco black market. Firebombings, assassinations, and gang wars, it was all part of the bloody battle. And Abdul Rahim wasn't just involved. He was a major figure. But in this business, power comes with a price. His suspected involvement in a 2016 gangland murder made him a marked man. His enemies weren't just looking to hurt him, they wanted him erased. It seemed like no one could take him down. In 2022, he was expelled from the Mongols Motorcycle Club. Months later, he was shot 8 times after leaving a funeral, yet he survived. Instead of hiding, he posted images of his bullet wounds on social media, taunting his enemies. Then came the arson attacks. His home was set ablaze, his businesses targeted, and yet he kept going. It was as if nothing could touch him. His own associates started calling him the man with 9 lives. But every gambler knows, the more you play, the closer you get to losing everything. Despite the warnings, despite the close calls, Abdul Rahim refused to disappear. He traveled, kept a low profile, but never truly left the game. And that's what sealed his fate. On a seemingly normal day, he checked into a Melbourne hotel. But someone had been watching. By the next morning, 4 gunmen were waiting in the parking lot. The moment he stepped outside, gunfire erupted. This time, there were no second chances. Abdul Rahim collapsed, lifeless, in front of his girlfriend. Minutes later, a Porsche SUV was found torched just a few blocks away, the suspected getaway car. Police knew what this meant.
That there has been a number of incidents in the past where threats have been made to this particular male.
The underworld had finally caught up to the Punisher. If anyone thought his death would bring peace to Melbourne's criminal world, they were wrong. His sister took to social media, issuing a chilling message to his killers. "Whoever shot my brother, I'm after you." And with that, the cycle of revenge was set in motion. Experts believe this is just the beginning. The war over illegal tobacco is bigger than one man, and with Abdul Rahim gone, a new power struggle is about to erupt. The underworld doesn't forgive, and it never forgets. Sam Abdul Rahim lived fast, played dangerous, and believed his violent death was inevitable. In the end, he was right. But what happens next? One thing is certain, this war is far from over. Do you think this was the inevitable fate of a man who lived by the sword? Or was there a way out? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives into the world's most dangerous stories.